WGAL News 8 Today starts now.
I'll take it. Felt good yesterday for sure. Good morning, everybody. It's 4:30. I'm Matt Barcaro.
I'm Caitlin Smith, and this is going on for days. Christine?
It's a summer stretch in April. Yeah, unusual for sure because our average high should be around the 60s. So let's take a look at what we have outside right now. We just have some patchy clouds floating by. There are some showers, but they are well to our north of I-80. Temperature check. Look at the numbers here. 62 in Lebanon, 55 in York. We have 67 for Carlisle and 63 degrees in Chambersburg. That is about our average high for this time of the year, to put that in perspective. Wind speeds have died down since yesterday, but they'll pick right back up, about 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the west-southwest today. So here's a look at your 12-hour forecast. I think we see partly to mostly sunny skies through the morning into the afternoon. Our high temperature is 84 degrees. Now there could be a couple of showers, thunderstorms around later this evening. I'll time it out for you with the predictor coming up.
We are following breaking news this morning out of Lebanon County, where 911 dispatchers say firefighters responded to a fire at a nursing home. They say they started just after 2:30 this morning on South 5th Avenue in South Lebanon Township. Dispatchers say they're not aware of anyone being hurt. We have a News 8 crew going that way, and as soon as they get there, we'll let you know what they see.
Steelton borough leaders in Dauphin County are hoping that connecting with the community will lead to less gun violence. This comes after a shooting there over the weekend.
Steelton is strong, and together we are going to keep it that way. We hear your concerns, we see what's happening, and we are responding with action.
Yesterday, borough leaders went door to door talking with neighbors about ways to stop gun violence. Steelton has been considering doing this since the most recent deadly shooting, which was just last month, and is now acting on it following that shooting on Sunday. Borough leaders say they got the idea from the gun violence initiative in York.
I want them to still have hope. I don't want them to lose hope in their community. I don't want people peeking out their windows afraid when someone knocks on the door. We've been walking around, and I probably can count on one hand how many people I saw sitting on the porch. You should be able to sit on your front porch. Children should be able to run up and down the street and just be free to live.
She helps run the York Gun Violence Initiative, which has now helped lead to 100 days without gun violence in York. The Steelton Borough Council says it is working on the mayor's request for ordinances that would hold businesses accountable if, in the mayor's words, that business becomes a threat to public safety. Sunday's shooting did happen near Soul Lounge. That's the second shooting near that business in less than a year. And last month's deadly shooting happened at Paradise Palace, which is another business in Steelton.
New this morning, state police in Cumberland County say a man is dead after a crash involving an SUV and a motorcycle. Troopers say this happened just before 8:30 Saturday night at the intersection of Williams Grove Road and Park Place in Monroe Township. State police say the driver of the SUV was turning onto Williams Grove Road when William Reitenbach crashed his motorcycle into the driver's side of that SUV. They say Reitenbach, who was 57, died. No one in the SUV was seriously hurt.
In Dauphin County, back to Steelton, where police say they took a man into custody who they say set a wooden cross on fire outside of a church. DeQuire Cannon is facing several charges, including arson and vandalism. Police and fire crews were called to St. John Lutheran Church on North 2nd Street Saturday evening. Police say witnesses saw Cannon spraying something on the cross before lighting it on fire. Members of the church say it was not seriously damaged.
I thought maybe the whole cross was on fire, but we were very lucky that it was just the bottom of the cross started to burn, and then our fire company came very quickly and put it out.
A van for a daycare center at the church was also egged on Saturday, but the church isn't sure if those two things are related.
Harrisburg police released the name of a second suspect they're looking for in connection to a church burglary earlier this month. Jeffrey Youngblood facing multiple charges after police say he took thousands of dollars worth of copper pipes from Bethel AME Church on North 5th Street. Now, police have already arrested Nathan Johnson in connection to that same burglary.
News 8 now has body camera video from the moment former Gettysburg Mayor Chad Allen Carr was arrested in Texas last week. Carr was taken into custody after 3 more people came forward accusing him of sexual assault.
Set the dog down.
I'm sorry, what?
Set the dog down.
Okay.
Thanks, sir. Turn around. Place your hands behind your back. You got anything on you?
So again, that is from his arrest in Texas. Carr resigned from his position in early March in Gettysburg as the mayor there, citing a personal legal matter. He had served under 3 months.
Was this a systemic failure or a failure by the troopers that evening?
This was a systemic failure. The troopers on duty did their job.
I'm the security consultant who investigated the arson attack at the governor's residence in Harrisburg just over a year ago. Cody Balmer pled guilty to breaking into the home and lighting part of it on fire while the Shapiro family was inside sleeping. Now, the state spent $32 million upgrading security at the residence afterward, including putting in new surveillance cameras, shatterproof windows, and a wall around the property. We asked the security consultant why those safety measures were not already in place. He says they may not have been priorities when previous governors did not live at the residence.
I think that things were antiquated. They didn't get updated. There's certain other layers that people would have liked to have seen maybe in place, but that didn't happen.
Now, he says one thing that did make a difference was that the door leading into the part of the home where the governor and his family were sleeping, that was locked, preventing Balmer from reaching them.
The State House passed 2 bills to require developers of AI data centers to be more transparent. The first requires data centers to report how much energy and water they use each year. The second requires a bipartisan state-run commission to create an optional ordinance that municipalities could adopt to regulate those data centers. Both bills now head to the state Senate.